what is your first last name and how do you spell it?
Tyler Love, Tyler Love.
All right, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Perfect. All right, so tell me your name again and tell me tell me what you're passionate about.
Well, my name is Tyler Love, and really the only thing that I am passionate about is music.
Why?
It has genuinely helped me. It is my favorite thing to do in the world. It is the one thing I can sit and do whenever I want. I can listen to it, I can play it. It has introduced me to all of these amazing and wonderful people. It's great.
For sure. Can you tell me like when you first started getting into music?
That would have been around 10 years ago. I used to watch my brother play marching band when I lived in Georgia, and that's when I really started getting into music and like starting to learn how to play it and wanting to play it, and yeah.
For sure. What instrument do you play?
I personally play the snare for marching band. I also play a lot of the other percussion instruments, but yeah, that's the main one.
Very nice. So are you on our Rock Ladies marching band?
I am, yes.
Perfect. Okay, so how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it all 3 years.
All 3 years? Okay, so what has been like a favorite moment or like memory you've had while in marching band?
The last marching performance of every season is always a lasting memory for me.
For sure. Can you tell me like why or like when specifically is like so impactful?
It's a culmination of, it's taken us so long to get here. We've been working on it for months. Like, I get to do it in front of all of these people. I get to have all these people cheer me on, and everyone's excited. Everyone is prepared. We're all ready to be done. But like we loved what we've done.
For sure. Yeah. Can you tell me, well, going more into like sort of like playing on your own, like what is your favorite genre of music?
My favorite genre of music, probably rock. Like,
Why?
it's just it connects with me. Like the lyrics, like I love listening to them. I understand them. Like I relate to them. And then just I can actually play it. The music, I understand it. I can play all the instruments for it, and it's like it makes sense to me. It feels right.
For sure. Do you play like full kit when you're at home?
I do, yeah. I mostly play kit at home. I've been doing marching band because that's what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what's available at school. Are you also
Yeah.
in jazz?
No.
No?
No.
Very nice. All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That mic.
Right in.
Hold that piece of paper up. Or is that the question you're doing? All right. Let's steal that from you. Excellent. All right, what is your first last name and how do you spell it?
I'm Jaden Sipes, and it's Jaden Sipes.
All right, what grade are you in?
I'm in 11th.
All right, so what is your first last name? No, I just did that. So tell me your name again and tell me what you're most passionate about.
I'm Jaden Sipes, and I'm most passionate about playing soccer
Why?
because I pretty much played it my whole life, and it's just something I give all my time to.
Okay, for sure. So when, do you remember when exactly you started playing?
It was probably when I was like 6 or 7 is when I started. I played a lot of rec.
Okay, very nice. What position do you play?
Well, I started out playing offense, like forward, and then over the years when I got into high school, I played more defense.
Okay. What was your favorite to play? Do you like playing defense more or do you like playing offense more?
I like playing both, honestly, because offense is a lot more thrilling, but defense is a little more laid back.
Do you play for the soccer team here?
Yeah, I do.
What level?
I play for varsity.
Varsity, very nice. How long have you been playing for varsity?
Well, freshman year, I was on JV, but during playoffs, I got pulled up to varsity.
Okay.
And then sophomore year, I played varsity, and junior year, I played varsity.
So, 3.5-ish?
Yeah.
Years? Or no, 2.5-ish?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so what sort of got you into soccer? Was it your parents just signed you up for a soccer camp or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was my parents just wanted me to try new sports, because I was playing a lot of sports when I was young.
Yeah. Okay, so just lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Okay, so when you think of like soccer or like playing on either the soccer team or on like a rec league or something like that, what is like the first memory that pops into your head?
Well, I played for Blues most of my life, which is a club team, and a lot of my friends from that team go here, and so I play with them on high school too.
Okay, what's like a favorite memory or like a favorite moment? Like either you scoring big or you play more defensive, so like breaking someone's ankles or something like that. Like what's a favorite moment from playing on varsity?
There was this one game when I was little. It was the championship game, and in the first half we were losing 2-0, and then the second half came around, and then we scored 2 goals tying them, and then we went to penalty kicks, and we scored all of our penalty kicks, and the last guy on their team missed and hit the crossbar, and we won.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you guys like had a big celebration, right?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was probably 11 or 12.
So you probably lost your mind or something. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. That was great. Steal that mic from you. Excellent. We're almost done. This is. Dude, we gotta hurry up. I don't want to see Jackson.
Oh,
Tell Jackson to
do you want
stay.
this?
No, you hold that up first.
Alright, hold up that piece of paper. Excellent, I can steal it. Alright, what is your first last name and how do you spell it?
My name is Colin Gore. You spell it Collingore.
Alright, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Excellent. Okay, so what is your name again and what are you most passionate about?
My name is Colin Gore, and I'm passionate about living life. I'm a thrill seeker. I like pushing myself to get scared and do stuff that like pushes me out of my comfort zone.
For sure. Can you tell me an example of that, like that you've done in maybe the past year?
Well, I do cliff jumping, and
Oh, okay.
I like doing like crazy flips off cliffs and bridges.
That's really cool. I could never do that. I'm too scared of heights.
Yeah.
So when did you like, I don't know, decided you wanted to just have fun? Like,
Well, I started cliff jumping in about June. I went out with my mom on a paddleboard at Lake Natoma, and I found this cliff that a bunch of people were jumping off of. I was really scared at first to jump it, and then I jumped off it, and then I did it like over and over again, and eventually I just started doing flips off smaller cliffs, and then I brought it all the way up to like Rainbow Bridge.
okay. So what's the significance of Rainbow Bridge?
Well, it's about 70 feet, and
Dang.
that's the highest one I jumped off of, and it was really fun to gainer it.
For sure. All right, dude. Thank you so much. That was great. I can steal the mic from you. Wait. All right. Have you decided which question you're going to do?
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1? Perfect. All right, hold that up for the camera, see? Sorry. Perfect. All right, I can steal that.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
I'm Christian Sperling, Christian Sperling.
All right, so what grade are you in?
A junior.
All right, so tell me your name again and tell me what you're most passionate about.
I'm Christian, and my biggest passion is skateboarding
Why?
because it's what my dad used to do, and he kind of got me into it. So, I've been doing it ever since like he taught me to, and it's been really fun.
For sure. So what is like your favorite thing to do like skateboarding? I know there's like a bunch of tricks you can do. You can like skate on a campus like this, or you could go like a skate park or something like that. Like what's your favorite thing to do?
It's not even that. It's just being out with your friends. It's not even about the skateboarding. It's just being able to get outside and do something, because it's kind of hard to do that nowadays.
For sure.
Because like, I don't know, sports, like for me, I used to like doing sports, but it's like when you're with a team, there's a bunch of people, so like you're not really doing your own thing. So when you're skateboarding, it's like you're doing your own thing, you do what you want.
For sure. What is like, I don't want to ask like, okay, so what is the like coolest thing or like the hardest trick you've done with like your friends?
Well, me personally, I'm probably the worst in the group, but like, backside flip was probably my biggest trick off of like a 3-stair. But my friends, you know, they're really good. They keep pushing me to get better because I'm not as good as them. But you know, it makes me want to like do better. So.
For sure, yeah. So how has your dad like helped you do skateboarding also? Like your friends help you, and like does your dad also help you?
My dad does. You know, I skate with him sometimes, but it's mainly with my friends. But you know, what got me into it is like seeing how good he was, and because like he's probably like one of the biggest skaters down in like Grass Valley. He was on TV and stuff, got sponsors.
Okay, that's really cool. All right, dude. Thank you so much. That was great.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna have a seat?
Okay.
That's the 5 minute though. There's no way we're doing 3 times.
Actually, we can do it 2.
Well, okay. Well, we can do it. Okay. All right. Hold that piece of paper up. Perfect. I can see that from you. All right. What is your first, last name, and how do you spell it?
I am Katie Holtman, and I spell it Cadee and Hultman.
All right. Perfect. What grade are you in?
11.
All right. So tell me your name again, and tell me what you're most passionate about.
I'm Katie, and I really like to craft. Right now, I'm making a TV head.
Okay. So, like, how did you get into that?
I've always had a love for art, but I think I just tried making stuff out of cardboard, and then I made a mask for myself one time, then I made masks for my friends, and then I also made other things, and I like to paint objects a lot, like Littlest Pet Shops or figures or whatever. So that's probably how I got into it. I don't even remember when I started. I've just always been like that.
Okay, yeah. Are you doing like the art program here at Rockland, or like anything like that to like get like teaching, or are you all like by yourself?
I prefer by myself because anytime I try and get any kind of lessons, it's not right for me. I just like to teach myself.
For sure, yeah. So what is like your favorite like craft that you've done, or like painting you've made, or I don't really know exactly what you do, but like what's your favorite thing that you have done?
I'd say right now it would be the TV head because I've never made anything like that. Like it's a boxy TV that I can just wear on my head. And it's pretty cool, and I haven't finished it yet, but I really like it so far.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, so flip to the page that
Am I looking at the camera or you? All right.
you can you have to shift toward sit towards the camera but look at
So like this.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, and then is that the question you're gonna answer?
Yeah, what is something you're passionate?
Okay, so you can go ahead and hold up. Wait, what grade are you in?
What?
What grade are you in?
I'm in the 11th grade.
Okay. I'm really bad at checking. Is it recording? Yeah. Okay. You can hold it up towards the camera. Okay, and then he'll take that for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your name and how do you spell it?
My name's Jamil Tamayo. Jamil is spelled Jamil, and Tamayo is spelled Tamayo.
Perfect. And what grade are you in?
I'm in the 11th grade.
Got it. Okay, and when you're ready, you can say, my name is, and after that, you can answer the question.
Okay. My name is Jamil Tamayo, and one thing I'm passionate about is one day becoming hopefully like a director for a movie or something like that. Since I was a little kid, I've always loved like Marvel or DC, and I've always made up things in my head like possible superheroes and things like that. I also really enjoy going on TikTok and seeing actors' lives and how they go on in their day. And I feel like that's always something I wanted to be passionate about. Not only write a movie with passion, but not only that, but to be in it as well. I think, because I feel when you're telling a story, you're best at writing it because you wrote it. So, yeah.
Wow, yeah, I think that's really interesting. So, you said you just kind of grew up on it. So,
Yeah.
why do you think that stuck with you until now?
I mean, I just always had a love for superheroes. I remember since I was little, I always had a thing for Wanda Maximoff. I always loved her powers and the idea of it, and it kind of grew me to
read more comics and watch more movies to like widen my horizon on like superheroes and things like that. And then it like pushed kind of away from superheroes and kind of made me want to pursue something more like a romantic kind of like movie or something, like produce that in the future, or maybe like a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're open to kind of like all kinds
Yeah.
of topics. Okay, so tell me about, like, is there anything you're doing right now to kind of like learn more about this topic?
Yeah, so
Or-
like research like possible like acting firms and things like that, and I've written like I drew characters using like AI and stuff like that in certain apps to like create what I want to do. I've created like 5 characters for a possible movie that I've came up with in my head. Like I already have the whole movie in my head. I just need to write it down on paper or something or get it to somewhere.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So is this just like kind of what you plan on pursuing like after high school?
It's something I wish I could pursue. It's, you know, it's not easy to do, so but I don't think that'll stop me. I think I'll try doing it regardless if it's easy or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's really good. I like that one.
Okay.
Very good.
Junior. Okay. Do I like raise it up?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what's your name and how do you spell it?
My name is Jolie, Jolie.
Last name?
Lotfalla, Lotfalla.
Perfect. And what grade are you?
A junior.
Got it. Okay, and when you're ready, you can say my name is, and after that, answer the question.
Okay. My name is Jolie, and I'm super passionate about makeup and doing it on myself or my friends.
Okay, so tell me about how you got into that.
Well, I started doing makeup when I was in like 5th grade. I didn't do that much, but like it was always something like super fun to do, and it like boosted my confidence, and like everyone started doing it, and it was just, I don't know, fun.
So tell me about why you still continue with it today.
Well, I do it just because like I like waking up early and like clearing my mind. It's like something that like relaxes me when I like, I don't know, kind of like therapeutic, I guess.
For sure. Tell me about, like, you know, you said 5th grade. Like, how did that start? Where did that come from?
Well, I always had like older cousins and like sisters that I always looked up to, and like they would always do it, and I like wanted to be like them. So I started out just doing like mascara and stuff like that, but yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah. Do you plan on like kind of, like there's definitely lots of jobs in like cosmetology and stuff like that. Like, do you plan on doing that in the future?
Yeah, I think it would be really nice to have like a cosmetology job like on the side. Like I want to do something like medical, but like a side job like that, like bridal makeup or something. That's fun.
Yeah, I think that's a really good skill to have. Okay, so tell me more about like the medicine part of it.
Well, I want to be a nurse for kids. So I want to get into like medical school and stuff like that, and then on the side do something with makeup.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting, and it's kind of like good to have it as like a side passion.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Okay.
I'm 11th.
Okay, go ahead and hold that paper up towards the camera. Perfect. And what's your name and how do you spell it?
Sabrina, Sabrinayeo.
Perfect. I'll take the paper, yep. And then just say what grade you're in one more time.
I'm in 11th grade.
Got it. Okay, when you're ready, you can say my name is, and after that, answer the question.
My name is Sabrina Yeo, and I'm really passionate about art.
Okay, so why art?
I really like drawing, and I think my cousin influenced that when we were younger. She really inspired me on how to draw.
Okay, so how did that come to be? Like, why did she use that?
I saw her drawing, and I thought it was really cool, and then she started teaching me, and I've developed my style, and it's somewhat similar to hers.
Okay, and like, has she also like continued to draw?
Yeah, she's currently in APR right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about why like drawing. Like, there's tons of mediums in art. Like, what is it about drawing?
It's like kind of like an escape. You can just draw all your feelings away, and like you can really express what you're feeling in the moment. And it's really fun, and you can explore with like colors and different mediums like pastels or watercolor.
Yeah. Tell me about, like, do you have a specific style or like anything particular you like are really you know, tend to draw more than others?
I tend to draw humans more. It's just natural, I don't know. And I like using watercolor.
Okay. Tell me about, like, is there, like, do you see yourself continuing this in the future?
Yeah, I hope I'm in animation. In the future, I plan going to like maybe UCLA or something.
Okay,
So, yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, I'm not super familiar with that, like, pathway, if you know anything about it.
I not really, but I kind of want to just like learn how to like animate and then maybe go into like Disney or just some other studio to produce like TV shows or movies because I think that's something we need.
Okay, yeah, and is that, like, well, I guess it probably is, so Ryan, this is a dumb question. Yeah, I think that's really interesting. So you mentioned like APR. Have you taken APR as well?
I'm in Art 3, but I do plan on continuing the pathway of art, so I'm going to take APR next year.
Okay, and tell me about your experience with the art program here.
It's really fun. I like the projects, and we, as of right now, we're doing critiques, and the projects are really fun. We're doing like a sculpture one, so yeah.
Okay, so sculpture like clay? Or like...
Yeah, kind of like that. We're doing paper mache.
Oh, okay, that's really fun. So what is it like having to do other mediums?
Oh, it's interesting. You have to explore what your strengths are and what you're not strong in, and it's like it's a challenge because it's like different mediums and you don't know what to do and how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. I think all the art's super interesting. Okay, my purse is averted. Okay, go ahead and hold that up towards the camera. Yeah. Okay, he'll take that from you. Someone will take that from you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's your name and how do you spell it?
My name is Claire Johansson, Claire Johanson.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I am a junior.
Perfect. When you're ready, you can say my name is, and after that, answer the question.
Okay. Okay. My name is Claire Johansson, and one thing that I'm very passionate about is art and different medias of art.
Okay, so why art?
I don't know, just ever since I was little, my dad would always draw me these cute little things before I would go to preschool, and one day he just stopped drawing them for me, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna draw them for myself. And from there on, I was like, I can create things that I imagine in my mind, and I'm able to actually show that to people through like drawing. And it was really inspiring for me because I have a lot of ideas in my brain, and I just like to show them to people and express my creativity that way.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me about, like, do you have a favorite type of art, like media?
I do really like digital art, but I just like all kinds of art. Traditional is really fun because you can get your hands a little messy, but I do like digital art, and that's where I see my future career as. I want to be like a 3D artist for animation.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that, because I'm not super familiar.
So 3D art is just like creating a character with a 3D platform and rigging them to like certain motions depending on what you're animating like a human. Some great examples of this is like Arcane, How to Train Your Dragon. A lot of the DreamWorks or Disney movies is a lot of 3D animation. Those things are really my driving factor for everything I want to do in my life because it's just so interesting to see how people can create like realistic humans and just scenery using 3D modeling and stuff.
For sure. Tell me about how you really discovered digital art, because I feel like that's not like what I personally first think of when I think of like art.
Yeah, of course. I first found it, there was this YouTuber I used to watch, I forgot her name, but she had like this giant art tablet, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, well now I need to get one. So then my parents bought it for me when I was like 10 years old, and I've been using the same drawing platform since. But yeah, that's really what inspired me because I was kind of tired of just crayons and pencils. So I just wanted to try something completely new with all the tools I needed.
For sure, and that seems like a pretty like hefty learning process. Am I wrong?
It was, it really was. Because there's like everything from digital and traditional is completely different. But it was actually really easy to learn because the platform I use, Fire Alpaca, is like free and for beginners. I still use it to this day, and actually what's the most challenging is trying to learn other platforms other than Fire Alpaca. Like things are kind of similar, but also really difficult to learn. So overall, anybody can learn it.
Yeah, so are you completely self-taught?
Completely self-taught.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting.
Thank you.
Sure.
Are we recording? Yeah. All right.
Okay, great. What's your name? Can you spell it for me and tell me your grade level?
My name is Evangeline Liu. It's Evangeline and then LU, and I'm a junior.
Great. And then your question is. Got it.
Cool.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have you say your name again for me, and then your question, and go ahead and answer it.
My name is Evangeline Liu, and then my question is, what is something you're passionate about? And then my answer will be music. I like music a lot.
What draws you to music so much?
I don't know. I think it's because, like, it's the tunes. Like, I just like hearing things, kind of thing. Like, it's not like very academic wise, so like language arts or like math. It's something that's more creative, and then you get to let your mind explore what something you like, you know.
Right. So, like, can you tell me about like how you got into like playing music? Like, what inspired you to like start that when that opportunity came around?
So it was in 5th grade when in elementary school we had to play like some instrument, and then my mom said you're either playing violin or flute, and then I picked flute because I didn't like holding the violin. And then as years went on, I just got better at the flute, and I had a lot of fun with it.
That's great. So, I mean, what inspires you to keep going with it? Like through, you've had multiple different teachers, like you've been surrounded by different people, like what keeps you going?
I think like in the beginning, I really didn't like music at all. Like it was like kind of like a burden for me to do it, but once high school came along, it was the community and like the people I was surrounded with that motivated me to continue. So like Izzy and like basically everyone in band, like Sayu and Tally, all of their like energies and like kind of thing, that helped me a lot.
Right, and I had another question. Hold up. I'm forgetful like this. Oh yeah, like do you have anyone like, other than maybe your peers, like someone that's maybe more famous or something, like well known that inspires you?
Not really.
Not really, okay.
I mean, like, other than, like, classical flutists I listen to, like, Amanda Pahood and, like, Jasmine Cho, and not really.
Okay, no, that's good. Thank you.
Very cool.
So tell me your first and last name and how you spell it.
First name Sehajpaul, Sehajpaul, and last name Basra, Basra.
Sweet. Okay, so ignore the camera. Only look at the headphones, which are on my neck, which is on me. Perfect. Okay. What grade are you in, Sehajpaul?
I'm a junior.
Okay, sweet. So he'll take that. Alrighty. So what is one thing that you're passionate about?
One thing I'm passionate about is golf. I've been playing it since I was in middle school, 7th grade, and ever since then I fell in love with the game, and so I like it from there.
So what kind of made you like the sport of golf? Was it your parents playing it? Was you watching it on TV or something like that?
Yeah, so I'm actually like the first like family member in the whole family to play golf.
Okay.
And so when I saw like Tiger Woods playing like on TV, that kind of inspired me to play golf. And when I went out to the range just for fun, because I used to do tennis and like soccer and like those kind of sports. I went down to the range and I started hitting a couple of balls, and I liked how far I was going. I liked hitting it and just having fun. And so then after that, I started getting like lessons, and from there, this journey started.
Very cool. So have you played like for a club team, competitive team, or like something like that?
Yeah, so I'm on the varsity team here at Rockland High School. And then I played a lot like first tee tournaments, traveling a little bit now to go play farther tournaments, stuff like that.
So, I mean, have you ever won any of those tournaments?
I haven't got like first place as like individual, but as a team, yeah. Here we've gotten like first place, second place. Probably the best I've done individually though is like probably like third place, second place. So yeah.
So what would you say your favorite part about golf is? like obviously it's a lot of fun to like do the drives or maybe like the short game. I'm not
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your favorite part?
The long game, like when I hit it really far, but also like making like memories with like the people you play with, because like when you're in like a foursome, that's what they call it. It's basically you just play with a couple of people, like 4 people, and sometimes you don't know them. So when you create the bonds with them and like get to know the people and their story, then that's like, you know, kind of cool to know.
Definitely. Man, honestly, I think that's all we need. That was
All right.
that was sweet. Thank you.
It's cool.
Last name and how do you spell?
My
I'm sorry.
Okay, you can go now.
Okay. My name is Evan Gordon, and you spell EVANGORDON.
Okay. What grade are you in?
I'm in.
You're a junior.
What grade is that? Junior, what grade is 11th? Okay, I'm 11th grade.
So he's gonna take that piece of paper. Okay. Ignore the camera. Just look at the headphones on my neck, on me. Sweet. Okay. So tell me your name again and tell me what you're passionate about.
My name is Evan Gordon, and I'm passionate about creativity and art. I love design. That's why I joined journalism, to create cool spreads, and I like drawing and just overall everything with design.
Definitely. Okay. So when did you? How do I word this? When did you like find out that you had passion for design? When did that click for you?
Probably like 3-ish years ago when I got my first like decent computer, and I was able to go on Blender, and I started playing around with Blender for hours, and I got pretty like happy with that, and then I started learning that we had like design programs around the school.
Yeah.
And so I started working on like many design things, like InDesign and all that type of stuff.
Definitely. Would you say that you were interested in like drawing and stuff before you had access to like Blender, or was it like when you had access to Blender, then all of it like you just started up?
It all started clicking there. Like I liked using like the mouse and the trackpad to like draw stuff, or like finding free textures. But recently over the summer I started learning how to draw and do like pixel art and stuff to more make that into my like what I'm doing.
That's cool. So what is your favorite thing that you've like designed in these like past 3 years? It could be like something you made in Blender, something you made in Ruby's Room, something you drew last summer.
Probably it's got to be like I made a model for just like a basic like game in Unity, and I put that all together, and I made like just basically like from scratch my own like walkable environment with a character. It's just like a basic like blank model.
That's really cool. So are you also interested in like game design, or is it just like design?
It's a little bit of both, but I'd say it used to be kind of game design, but now it's definitely design, like more just making the design for game or whatever it would be.
Making designs for like everything.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, sweet. That's all we need.
Cool.
Thank you so much. That was that bit. So we gotta. Hey. All right. So tell me your first and last name, how you spell it, and what grade level you're in.
I'm Bailey Sexton, BAILEESEXTON, and I'm in grade 11.
Sweet. Thank you so much. We'll take that. Yeah, tell me your name again, and tell me what you're passionate about.
I'm Bailey, and I'm really passionate about photography and design.
Okay, so when did you find out you were passionate about photography and design? Was it when you were in high school, middle school, like what?
I started on the yearbook committee on my middle school, but then when I joined 2 of Ruby's classes on accident freshman year, it really inspired me, and I just really liked, doing it.
Definitely. So in middle school, I mean, I know you're in like the yearbook program now, but in middle school, how was that like different? And how did that kind of lead you into joining the program?
It was in this like really simple program. Like it was way easier than the one we use now, but I just liked designing my pages, and I didn't have any corrections on it at all. And I was the finalized design for a lot of them. So and then I've like heard that like Intro to Pubs was yearbook here, so I tried to join that too, and I did.
Okay, so design, you started doing that in middle school. But what about photography? When did you like realize that you wanted to do photography?
I saw a lot of my friends doing photography freshman year, and I asked Ruby if I could like get help with photography, even though I wasn't technically in a photography class. And then I finally joined PhotoJ this year, and I started using like really expensive cameras, and I really like it, and I'm gonna use the Beast the first time. tomorrow. So yeah.
Okay, so what is your favorite thing to take pictures of?
I really like volleyball. I don't really know what it is, but I just really like, I get really good action shots, and I like getting the ball in every like action shot and behind the scenes.
Very nice. Okay, so you like all of the like design photography stuff, but do you also like the writing part or like the interviewing part? Do you like that?
I like writing opinion pieces a lot because I'm also an editor for journalism, so I think that's a big part of it too.
Okay, yeah. So why do you think that you like design photography? Is there like any moment in like your childhood or whatever that like made you like it or what?
I started writing stories when I was really young, like just in like a little journal, and then that got me into journalism, and then I think just designing just started like happening freshman year when I had to start designing stuff for Ruby's classes, and then just after that I don't know, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That was epic. Very slay.
Definitely not slay.
Can you hear me in there?
No, we're good. We're getting you. Okay. Can you say your name and spell it?
My name is Carson Daniel May.
You're looking at me, not the camera.
My name is Carson May, C-A-R-S-O-N, and then my last name is spelled M-A-Y.
All right. And what grade level are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. And you're going to do something you're passionate about?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so I want you to start off by just saying, hey, my name is Carson, and something I'm passionate about is, and then just go.
All right. Hi, my name is Carson, and something I'm passionate about is learning how to take photos.
Oh, okay. When did that start?
It started in 7th grade. I was walking to school, and I saw a bush that had just been like rained on the previous night, and I took a photo with my phone, not expecting to get anything, and I got a spider web with individual water droplets shimmering off of it, and it kind of like, back then it didn't really mean anything to me. It was just this cool photo I've taken. But as of last year, it's developed into something that I want to learn how to do better.
That's really crazy. I had no idea. Have you shown me this photo?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
I think I remember that from like back in the day, but it was a while ago that you showed me. Was that freshman year you showed me?
Yeah, I think it was like end of freshman year.
Okay. All right. So that was your 7th grade year. And then after that, did you take any photo classes until Photo J?
No, I did not take any photo classes. The first time I learned how to actually take photos was last year when I started shadowing Connor to football games.
Okay. What would you say is your favorite thing to take photos of?
Probably football, because you feel the entire atmosphere of the stadium. You can hear the players talking to each other, like just having conversations about what's happening in the game, stuff like that.
Okay. So that kind of energy is really good. Wait, what do you do? Was that 1 minute? Okay. You just show me. Don't show him, because like then he'll freak out. That's fine. That's fine. All right. If you had your ability to shoot like a dream event, like what would be your dream event, like to go and be able to shoot as a professional photographer?
It wouldn't necessarily be an event. It would more be a time of day. The thing I would most want to take photos of is at my family's ranch on like a specific day where the sunset is like bright orange and pink. It's around like 7 p.m. Everyone's gone in for the day. And you can like see the lights coming off the tractors as they're going in. They have this beautiful sunset behind them. And just all around them, you see the field enveloping the tractors.
Your family has a ranch? Mm-hmm. Where?
Up in Bieber, California. It's like 8 hours away.
Okay. And at like how many acres?
Roughly 1,200.
And you guys are farming?
Yeah.
What do you grow?
Grass, alfalfa, and the last few years we haven't grown anything else, but before we would grow something like along with it, just random.
Have you ever gone out there to like work on the ranch?
So the summer of my 7th grade, 8th grade, and freshman year, I went up to do work like every year over the summer. I first went for 1 week, then 2 weeks, and then I stayed for a month over the summer, my freshman year. Last year I didn't go because I was searching for a job. This summer I might go just because I kind of miss it. Like, well, yeah, I have to do like hard work that I definitely get stressed about, especially when it comes to working with tractors because they're $100,000 machines. It's just like a really beautiful experience, and I get to see my family since they live so far away, and they're around my age, so it's really nice to just see them.
Very cool.
Yeah, my name is Nathan Thorndike. Do I need to hold this up? My name is Nathan Thorndike. I'm a junior, and spell my name? And my name is spelled Nathanthorndyke.
So can you just start off with, hi, my name is Nathan, and last name, and then your question.
Hello, my name is Nathan Thorndike, and my question is, what is something that I am passionate about? Do I answer it? Okay, I'm passionate about playing sports and being active in my daily life.
Which sports do you play?
I play basketball and volleyball for school, but for fun, I play golf and I used to play baseball.
How do you really like get into sports? Was it like just growing up, they were around you, or did you just like, were you just like drawn to them?
Yeah, my parents have always been they always pushed me to play sports and be active. They never let me play video games unless I did at least an hour of activity a day. But yeah, recently I picked up volleyball because I was like, hey, that looks fun. And yeah, volleyball's a lot of fun. Basketball, I can't quit now because I put so much time into it, but I still enjoy it.
What would you say out of like all the sports you do, like whether it's like recreational or like for school, which one's like your favorite? Like, it's like, I'm going to be playing this in 20 years in the future.
Definitely golf. Golf is really relaxing, and it's not terrible on my body. So like volleyball, I really enjoy volleyball, but I have knee problems, so that is probably not going to last for very long. But golf's going to be a lifelong sport, and I really enjoy it.
How'd you get into golf?
It's just kind of been the same thing. My dad plays golf, so he got me a junior set of clubs, and I just like to tag along with him. And my friends play golf as well, so we have a little youth on course membership, so it's like $5 to play around. So we just play every once in a while on the weekends, and it's fun.
And I know you said you played for like volleyball and basketball for the school. Oh, volleyball and basketball for the school. Would you say you have any like highlights of like playing for the school, like being here in Rockland? Whether that be like with teammates or just like in a game.
I really enjoy the people that I'm around when I'm playing. So, like especially for basketball, last year my season wasn't amazing because of my injuries, but my teammates always kept it fun, and I was proud of my teammates for how they played. And volleyball, same thing. I went to practices even though I couldn't play because my teammates were enjoyable to be around. So.
Okay, perfect. So I can take that back now? Hold that? Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Wait, how's my hair look? Are you good? Alright, okay.
Looks pretty swaggy.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My first name is Sergio, my last name is Jaques. Wait, you want me to spell my full name?
Both, yes. Spell both.
Sergiocubz.
Perfect. Okay, what grade are you?
I'm a junior.
Alright, and make sure, ignore this.
Oh.
It doesn't even exist. Just a nice little conversation.
I got you.
So what are you most passionate about, Sergio?
I think I'm most passionate about fishing, honestly.
Okay, so what got you into fishing?
It was like probably like a year ago. My friends were just like, you want to go fishing? And I mean, like, I've done it before like a few times with my dad, but I was never like really serious into it. And then I went there. I didn't catch anything, but I really liked the experience. So I just kept wanting to go back, kept trying new things, you know?
Definitely. Would you say that it was more your friends and all the fun you had, or was it like actually the experience of fishing and like casting and all that good stuff?
Well, yeah, it was like at first, because I didn't really catch anything, so it was like hanging out with my friends, but then the first time I did catch something, like the dopamine rush that I got, like just the excitement I felt when I like holding the fish for the first time, like that really it was just like a surreal feeling. Like every time I go back there, I just try to like get that same feeling again. When I do catch a fish, I do get that same feeling again. Like it's such a fun feeling.
Just waiting for so long to catch that fish.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good feeling.
Definitely. Okay, so this is more question for me. What is the biggest fish you've caught?
Biggest fish?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I don't like to brag or anything. I caught a nice little. I think it was like 3.7, and it was in a pond up there in Granite Bay, and I was out there. I literally didn't catch anything. I was out there for like 2 hours, and I felt a tug, like a big tug, and I just set the hook as hard as I could. And I just like that was good. That was pretty nice.
Do you always go fishing with your friends, or do you go solo?
You know, sometimes, like, if I want to go somewhere far, like, if I'm going to, like, Granite Bay or, like, Folsom or anywhere, then I'll go with my friends. But if I'm just trying to stay local, go to a few ponds here, like, then I'll go by myself usually.
What is the best fishing spot? I mean, I know you don't want to reveal, like, trade secret, right? But, like, what is the best fishing spot you can tell us?
Best fishing spot? I don't know if, like, I don't know the exact, like, name of it, because it's just like, it's like secluded. But it's this one spot in, up there in Granite Bay. It's kind of in Auburn, it's like Auburn, Granite Bay, that kind of area, and there's a spot there. It's pretty nice. Like, it's basically every cast you're getting hits.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's really cool up there, yeah.
All right, dude. Thank you so much.
That's it.
That was sweet. Perfect. I can take it.
All right.
Just so we know what question I'm asking you. All righty. So ignore the camera. Doesn't even exist. Nice little conversation, right?
All right.
Alrighty. What is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My name is Mark Bonnetz. It's spelled Markbonitz.
Okay. What grade are you?
I am a junior.
Very nice. Okay. So what is one thing that you're really passionate about?
One thing I'm really passionate about is art.
Okay. Could you give me like a little bit more example? Like, do you like graphic design? Do you like painting? Do you like pencil coloring?
Yeah, so I really like traditional art, like just drawing, coloring. That's something that I really enjoy a lot.
Definitely. So how did you find this passion for art?
You
Was
know,
it like a parent that introduced you? Was it you joined an art class on accident, something like that?
yeah, I got into art. Obviously I liked art and drawing, and so at Rockland here, I took an art class. Honestly, the more I took it, the more I got involved in learning about different art styles and techniques. I really found to enjoy it, and as I did it, I got better and realized that, wow, this is fun, and I can really maybe do something with this.
For sure. Are you thinking about pursuing art as a career after high school, maybe?
No, probably
No?
not.
Just a nice hobby?
Yeah, just a nice hobby in general.
Very cool. So what is, you're a junior, so in the past 3 years, what would you say is the favorite thing that you've created in one of Rockland's art classes?
Ooh, okay, damn, that's a little tough. I would say, okay, I got one. My favorite thing that I've ever created is probably this like poster thing where like about your personality and stuff. So I did a bunch of this. It was like a painting, and I did my name and stuff, and the things I like, about my personality. That would be my favorite. It like came out way better than I expected.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's your journey been learning art? And I know everyone starts out as like a little kid doodling, but like, did you like when you were in kindergarten or something, did you realize like, oh, my passion is art, oh, I'm so good at this or something like that?
No, it really didn't start out it. I would just say, I didn't really like, it was fine, I could draw stuff, I did like drawing a little bit, but it was like nothing really I took serious.
Yeah,
until
you got into high school?
Yeah, right.
So how has the teacher of the art program sort of helped influence you and build you up and make you better?
Yeah, she's really supportive. Like, so, she really enjoys my work, and obviously, the way she does it, she describes, she's just like so nice to everything. Even when I think it's bad, she still thinks it's great, and she's just, really supportive over everything.
Sweet. Thank you so much. That was great. I can like just see which one you do. Alrighty, now you can take that. Alrighty. What is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My name is Austin Vandenberg, and AustinVandenberg.
Perfect. What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Excellent. Okay, so ignore the camera. Nice little conversation. This doesn't even exist, right? Okay. So what are you most passionate about?
Currently, it would have to be aviation.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is?
Aviation is basically just anything surrounding airplanes, flying, working on them, building them, just all that in general.
Definitely. Is there a reason why you have an interest in the aviation? Is it just like you like planes, or is it something?
It's just something I've always felt like drawn to for like a career path, and it's something I feel like I want to pursue.
For sure. Do you have your pilot's license or anything like that? Are you like able to fly?
No, but you need to be 17 for that, but I'm
Okay.
gonna be start working on that soon here.
Okay, very nice. So when like preparing for that, what would you say is like the most difficult part of like learning how to fly and learning like aviation and stuff like that?
Honestly, probably the hardest part, it's probably just the ground school, just passing the tests.
Definitely, yeah. Would you say it's like the permit test for like driving?
It's like that, but there's like quite a few more tests, and I would,
So it's like
you could say
permit
it's,
test on
you could,
steroids?
yeah, you could say it's more advanced.
Got it. Okay, so as a little kid, which is probably when like